Good morning, football fans, and welcome to 3 and Out, right here on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports. What's going on, y'all? We have ourselves a good one today, man, because as the title says, it is bowling with a side of championships. You know we love our bowling and championships around here, so we got ourselves a good one, guys. We're going to be jumping on into some high school right now. Because, well, we just await a few more championships. That's all we need. And we will have the final picture of our high school season. So, looking forward to that. We got plenty of fun coming up. We also got a few semifinal previews. We are talking about a wild D3 and FCS semifinal weekend. Also, yeah, we got ourselves 2 championships talked about. And Division II and NAIA go hand in hand. Well, these titles go hand in hand because, well, they're all kinds of fun, man. Ferris State squares off against Harding in probably one of the best D2 championships that we're going to see, or that we've seen in the last couple of years, for sure. And then the NAIA, 2 old faithfuls meet, don't they? Kaiser, Grandview, another battle. This one will be great because this turned into a low-key championship rivalry. Next up, we got ourselves a champion to crown, of course. The Blue Dragons took on the Reavers on Wednesday, and what happened? Something that Teran and I did not think. Hutch went out, played. The Reavers went out and played harder. Congratulations to the national champs of 2025, the Iowa Western Reavers. We're talking all about that today, man. That's going to be a lot of fun jumping on into that. Also, we have a ton of bowl games to get into. We have some recaps to talk about. And we also have some, yesterday's game. Oh, my goodness. Alabama was out the door. And then guess what? They came storming back in. Also, we got some Saturday football in the NFL going on. Thursday Night Football was a game to remember for some and a game to forget for others. And we got a really, really fun week in the NFL coming up with lots of previews and some pretty good primetime games. You are tuned in live to 3 and Out right here on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports. Welcome, all you diehards out there. Here we go, man. That was a fun one. We are getting things going right away. Look at this guy. He's excited. Look at him. He's got on his Chargers gear over there. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been a very fun freaking football season. And today, we're just going to keep diving deeper into it because this is the ending result, right? This is the fun part. We love the entire season, but this is where it all culminates, where we get to crown champions and where we also get to talk about these awesome bowl games. Ladies and gentlemen, we are ready to rock and roll, man. 3 and Out is here, live and in color. And, well, I couldn't be talking about all this crazy football without my dude over here. Of course, he is the host of Set Point, our volleyball show, which we have ourselves a really fun national championship coming up in volleyball, NCAA women's volleyball. So, gonna let this man just have fun with that and enjoy that episode of Set Point coming up on Monday. But make sure you guys tune in as well. He is also our SoCal insider, covering all things SoCal. That's why he usually alternates between those Rams and Chargers jerseys over there for the shows. And of course, he is co-host of this show right here, 3 and Out. Ladies and gentlemen, my boy Teran Rodriguez. Good morning, sir. How are you doing today, man?
Hey, Larry. Great to be talking some football with you. We had ourselves quite a number of amazing games from the NFL to college. Let's get into it.
Let's do it there, man. We already got some chats here. Loving it, man. Look at Hoosiers, Boozers. Yeah, I'm with you, man. I love it. He said lube users. Don't matter, Bama. By a million, roll tide, baby. Let's go. You know what? That was crazy. That was absolutely crazy. Yesterday, I was not expecting that. I was kind of bummed out because I was like, damn, we picked Bama. Damn it.
Exactly.
Damn it. They would come out like crap, right? And then out of nowhere, they just roll tide, roll. And that's exactly what they did. So Man, we got ourselves a fun show in front of us here, and we got a full-on list of recruits. I got where these guys are going from high school and junior colleges. We're gonna have some fun with that in a few minutes. But before we do that, let's hopefully see if the chat can fill up real quick and get our things going. I'm gonna grab my coffee real quick. So, Teran, we're gonna be sending out a few tweets real fast. Check out our awesome sponsors really quick, and we will be right back. So, grab you something delicious to eat, maybe some donuts, some coffee, grab you something good to sip on. And we're gonna be back talking about a ton of football, high school, like I said, high school, junior college, all through the middle divisions, and of course FCS, FBS, NFL coming your way right here on 3 and Out on ICE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports. Will be right back with plenty after this. For the last 10 years, IE Sports Radio has been bringing you amazing content ranging from interviewing legendary athletes, coaches, and other authorized media personnel to building tailor-made shows dedicated to all major sports cities around the country. Make sure to follow us at IE Sports Radio on X, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and YouTube to keep up with the latest in sports and with all of our shows. Also, make sure to check out our daily updated website at iesportsradio.com. At iesportsradio.com, you can see our daily show schedule and check out all of our show pages with personal bios to learn a little bit more about each of our awesome hosts. In addition to our show pages, you can catch the iSports Radio blog, Hall of Fame, Fans of the Month page, and our merchandise shop, including t-shirts, tank tops, caps, long sleeves, hoodies, and more. For now over a decade here at iSports Radio, we've continued to be by the fans, for the fans, and we thank you all for your support and for making iSports Radio your direct feed for all that is sports.
IE Sports Radio fans, this show is brought to you by Planet Jerky Premium Brisket Beef Jerky. Planet Jerky is the official jerky of the 2022 California League champion Lake Elsinore Storm, single A affiliate of the San Diego Padres. This all brisket jerky has gluten-free options, contains no MSG, no sodium nitrate, is low in sugar, and high in protein. Go to their website at planetjerky.net and follow them on Instagram at Planet Jerky. Planet Jerky, the jerky that's on a whole other planet.
Welcome back to 3 and Out right here on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports. You just heard from our awesome sponsors, man. You gotta love some Planet Jerky. Premium brisket beef jerky. Make sure to head on down here, give them some love, give them a follow, grab you some jerky, man, because you know what goes great with bowl season? Some gosh dang jerky. You know what else goes great? Some coffee. I'm just saying, man, you got to have a little coffee. I got this delicious roast, man. I got to tell you guys about this one later. This is really yummy. World Market all day, man. I'm a World Market guy. Hopefully some of you are some World Market people out there, y'all. You been to the World Market, Teran?
I have not, no.
You got just once. They got to have some World Markets out there in Orange County. But anyway, with that said, also check us out, man, on our social media, X, TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, everywhere. Your website coming back again. We got all kinds of goodies coming up. So with that said, you guys, we got so much to get into today, and well, it's gonna be a fun one. So Teran, let's go ahead and let's see where to begin. So obviously you and I love to recap our games from last week before we get into the ones from this week. So let's go ahead and do that because we ended off on Sunday Night Football last week. And, well, let's do that. Let's go ahead and jump on into the NFL really quick because, oh, my gosh. All right, Sarah. Well, we left off on the preview of Sunday Night Football, Vikings and Cowboys. And Dak Prescott and the Cowboys just watched their playoff hopes just get dunked in the toilet and then flushed. I mean, it was over. Completely done. Cowboys just couldn't cut it, man. This was a weird year for them. Another one. And the Vikings, again, one of the weirdest teams in the freaking NFL. They're now 6-8. Cowboys are 6-7-1. Vikings win this one 34-28. Prescott almost have 300 yards, 23 for 38. And Williams actually ran for almost the century mark at 91 yards with 1 touchdown in 15 carries. And even CD Lamb, he actually went over the century mark. 6 receptions for 100 yards, 111 yards. They led in all those categories, and they still lost. Teran, tell them about this game.
Yeah, this just felt like one of those weird games. So earlier in the day, the Minnesota Vikings actually got eliminated from playoff contention, but I guess that didn't. The Vikings didn't get the memo. So I thought the Vikings just played good, clean football. I didn't think Dak was terrible. I didn't think the Cowboys were terrible. I just thought the Vikings, they were playing with house money, and the Cowboys knew they needed to run the table in order to win the division and make the playoffs. So this puts Dallas in a very, very sticky situation. They're now pretty much dancing on the fine line of being eliminated and pretty much trying to make the playoffs. They need to run the table, and then they need the Eagles to lose out. But if all of that happens, then the Cowboys would make it into the playoffs. But this loss does not do the Cowboys any favors.
Yeah, this was bad. There's no sugarcoating here. I'm sorry. This was bad. The Cowboys, honestly, man, there's no excuse either. There's a lot of talent. Letting go of Micah Parsons, well, that's its own bag of freaking crap. But when it comes down to it, man, I don't know. The Cowboys, there's no more excuses. I mean, what more do you say? Cowboys fans know it too. They're all upset. I mean, this is just ridiculous. So I don't know, man. J.J. McCarthy throws for 250 though. I didn't realize that. I didn't see that stat right now. Threw for 252 touchdowns in Minnesota. They got it done, man. I mean, they looked better. They were the better team in Dallas. Like I said, man, I don't know. When it comes down to it right now, the Cowboys are just that team that you can point and laugh at, and that's kind of sad because usually the teams that you can point and laugh at are like my team, the Raiders or the Browns or the Jets. You know what I mean, the Titans, but right now the Cowboys are somebody that you can totally point and laugh at because it's like they don't have another gear. You know what I mean? It's like they're one gear short of like a race car. You know what I mean? Like they want to kick into that gear, but they can't. I don't know, dude. The Cowboys are freaking weird, man. But great day for the Vikings, even though their season's pretty much crap, is what it is. You know, I mean, hey, what's going on, Brian? Yeah, man. So you're saying there's a chance for them boys? Oh, boy. Yeah, Teran, I guess there is a chance, but no. And if it does happen, cool. Oh, there it is. There's the Shannon Sharp. Yeah, I just don't understand it. I do not understand it one bit either. I'm telling you, they have a solid team, and Dak's got all the freaking talent. I don't know, man. I mean, him personally, I think he's very talented. I'm just very upset with the fact that, I don't know, man, this Cowboys team, I know a lot of Cowboys fans, they're sick and tired of being, I mean, look, at least as a Raider fan, you know what you're getting every season. It's like, okay, well, you know, but I feel like the Cowboys are selling false hope, man. They're selling snake oil, something that's just not going to work, you know? So sad, but it's true. So, anything else in this horrible game, Darren?
No, except that the Cowboys, I think they moved to like 1-6-1 in primetime games this year.
What the hell? I'm sorry. Wow.
It's either 1-6-1 or 1-5-1. Either way, they've only won one primetime game this year.
Oh my gosh, this football team. All right. Well, let's go on to the next game, man. We got some more people in the chat here. Thank you guys for tuning in, man. We appreciate you guys. Support. So we love it. Thank you very much. Our boy Mike Pat says, like, good morning. What a Thursday game. We're gonna get into that one right now. Trust me. Just do me a favor and don't talk about the Commanders. Oh, we're gonna talk all about the Commanders. And of course, Ravens. I still have some false hope. We'll talk about those guys too in a few moments, but can we talk about this Monday night game, Terry? Whoa, the Dolphins dolphined. I mean, I don't know what else to say about this team. Tua's got to go. I'm sorry. Like, this team is bad. Like, it's really sad because they're actually 6-8, and it's weird because they have wins. But 28-15. I don't know. Steelers, they stay hot though on Monday Night Football. Aaron Rodgers threw for 2 touchdowns. Pittsburgh pulls away in the second half, and they got it done, man. They extended the Steelers Monday Night Football home winning streak to 23. How about that?
You took the words right out of my mouth. Yeah, there are few things that are guaranteed in life. Life, death, taxes, and the Steelers winning at home on Monday Night Football. And also, it was 40 degrees, and you already know the Dolphins don't work well with 40-degree weather, especially Tua.
Yeah, that's for damn sure. Again, man, this team is laughable. You know what I mean? What's going on? Our very own Alden here. Alden Cake jumping on in here. How's it going, brother? Appreciate you, man, for tuning in. Our Phoenix insider, well, Arizona insider. But yeah, man, I don't know. When it comes down to this Dolphins team, I'm telling you, man, like the Vikings, they're like, I don't know. I can't really call them bad because they got 6 wins. I mean, hey, they would be bowl eligible, Teran.
Well, they don't have a winning record, technically.
They would be bowl eligible in the FBS. Kidding. No, yeah, but I don't know. But I mean, yeah, they don't have a winning record.
They had no business starting. What I think it was like 2-6, and having that whole debacle.
Yeah, this team again. I'm telling you, when it comes to the Dolphins, you just think of like, okay, this is a team that has, there's some kind of potential there, but then it all comes crashing down when you see them play on the field. Like
and the Steelers really slowed down the Dolphins' run game. That was kind of the big thing right there, and that was kind of the game plan for the Steelers going into this game because they knew Devon Achane was going to get his, and they were able to take him away. And once you take away a team's run game and you force them to be one-dimensional, it does not bode well for the team that's one-dimensional.
No, very true. And what did they let's see here. What did he end up getting? 6 for 67. Look at that. Yeah, so overall, man, I mean, I just when you think about the Dolphins again this year, they're very forgettable. And it's sad because you know what, there was a lot of hope for them. I thought they would actually be a little bit better this season, but Rodgers, man. Just when you think the old man's done, huh? Now, hey, look, they looked okay. I'm not calling them Super Bowl champions this year, but I will say the Steelers are there's some life in Pittsburgh. They're not bad. I wouldn't call them great. I mean, they're 8-6, but they're definitely not a bad team. They're a team that I can totally see as a playoff caliber team. So there's ups and downs and all arounds with the Steelers, but oh boy, speaking of ups and downs and all arounds, the emotions of Rams and Seahawks fans. I'm sorry, Darren. I know we have to do this, but well, Thursday night football, as Mike Pat requested. This was nuts. The Seahawks stunned the Rams 38-37 in overtime, finishing with a walk-off 2-point conversion. That was pretty cool. They seized control of the NFC West at 12-3, and this was a fun freaking game to watch. I enjoyed this thing from start to finish. That was a great game.
Yeah, it was a thriller of a game. I personally thought it was over when the Rams went up 30-14. I was thinking, okay, well, the Seahawks can't possibly come back from this, but it kind of reminded me of the Chargers-Jaguars game where the Rams missed the kick, which I can't believe that happened, and then that weird 2-point conversion where it was actually a lateral, but you could hear the whistle blow. I did hear that whistle blow. I don't care what anyone says. But
yeah,
that alone was not the game. The game was the Rams allowing the Seahawks to come back, especially getting that kickoff for that punt return touchdown from Rashid Shaheed. That, I think, was the difference maker, and that was what swung the momentum to Seattle. And look, the Rams were good, but all of their losses, believe it or not, have been by one score. They lost technically in 7-point game to the Eagles. They lost a 3-pointer to the Panthers and Niners, and now they lost by 1 to the Seahawks. This one, I can't believe, I hate to say this, but this loss couldn't have come at a worse time for the Rams, just because now the Seahawks are in control of their own destiny, and all the Seahawks need to do is win out. I'm not sure about the tiebreakers between the Rams and the Seahawks. I mean, I would hope that the Rams have the tiebreaker, but for the Seahawks, all they just got to do is just win out. But the last 2 remaining games for the Seahawks are against the Panthers and the Niners. And then the Rams have a little bit more of an easier schedule. They've got the Falcons, which the Rams have their first-round pick of this year's draft. And they've also got the Cardinals to close out the season. So if the Rams can get some sort of help, then maybe there's a chance for them to be the number 1 seed. But Rams kind of blew it when it came to this game.
They did. I mean, you fall apart in the worst time. I mean, obviously, at the end of the day, you don't fall apart at all. You shouldn't fall apart. Okay, you don't pull an Alabama from last night. You don't fall apart. But when it comes down to it, if you're gonna fall apart, maybe you should pull an Alabama and come back, because if you fall apart late in the game, there's no more time to freaking pull a comeback. So, yeah. But the Seahawks, man, I gotta commend these guys. They played well. This was a really, really fun game, man. Stafford, I mean, for the Rams, I mean, he did well. I mean, almost 500 freaking yards, 457, three touchdowns. But the player of the night, though, I guess this was crazy. Puka Nacua was everywhere, bro. This dude was everywhere. Like 12 receptions, 225 yards, 2 touchdowns. Dude was freaking everywhere. Like, he was. You can't ask for a better performance out of him. They lost that game not because of Puka Nacua, right? I mean, that was insane. Great performance.
Absolutely. And I think what really cost the Rams was special teams, because, again, they missed the field goal. They allowed a punt return touchdown. I think that special teams definitely does matter. And that kick from Mevis that he missed was actually the first kick that he missed with the Rams. So it just goes to show that special teams does matter, especially when it comes to the NFL. And, yeah, the Rams could have really used that field goal.
Crazy crap, right? But overall, great game. Definitely enjoyed it. Seahawks win this thing. These guys have now jumped up to 12-3 on the season again. Rams now fall to 11-4. Oh my gosh, this NFC West has been so much fun to watch this year. So really enjoyed that. It's great stuff. And again, we got some Saturday football coming on up in just a little bit, actually, and Saturday Night Football tonight. Looking forward to that one. So, all right, Teran. Well, let's go ahead and switch gears, man, into a little bit of, because this isn't going to be a lot today for high school football. It's not. We got a wee bit, because once again, we've already beaten high school football at the stick this year. I mean, we've already gone through all the games. As of right now, still on Max Preps, the number 1 is still Carrollton, obviously, even though obviously on Tuesday they played and Carrollton was defeated. Buford knocked off Carrollton 28-21. Huge victory there. And that is that, man. That is that. They have won the state title, the Class 6A state title, and they are the best team in Georgia. And again, not mad at the players or the teams or anything, but according to how Max Preps has been ranking this year, they're probably going to be the best team in the country. You know what, Term? That's okay. It's not St. Francis Academy, who they had up there before, which bothered me beyond belief, because they didn't play hardly anybody and they canceled the IMG Academy game. It's not IMG Academy because they didn't hardly play anybody. Okay. And obviously they didn't play St. Francis Academy. And, it's not one of those guys. So I'll take that. That's fine. But Buford, they were currently number 6. So they'll jump up. But again, Bishop Gorman, Way to snub Bishop Gorman, who played the number one team in the country at the time when they played them, Mater Dei, and who played lots of big name schools out there. Way to snub, even though Bishop Gorman did defeat Santa Margarita on the road. Santa Margarita would be a candidate, but I don't see them leapfrogging Bishop Gorman. Buford's great, but they didn't play. I mean, they played Georgia teams. They're good, but they didn't play teams around the country. And that's it, Teran. You have Edna Carr at 7, IMG Academy Edna Carr at 6 out of Louisiana, the state champs there out of Louisiana, IMG Academy out of Florida, Centennial, who belongs there, the Mater Dei, unfortunately, who does belong there at 9, and then St. Thomas Aquinas at 10. This top 10 is actually pretty okay. Carrollton, St. Francis Academy, Bishop Gorman, Santa Margarita, Buford, Edna Carr, IMG Academy, Corona Centennial, Mater Dei, St. Thomas Aquinas, except if Buford rises to the top and then Carrollton drops down the shuffle right there, and they become national champions, again, I'm not going to be mad. I'm not. But I do believe it should be Bishop Gorman number 1, and then whoever else you want to put at number 2. If you want to put Buford ahead of Bishop, ahead of Santa Margarita, cool. If you want to put, but I'm not okay, honestly, with St. Francis Academy being number 2 at all. I mean, Bishop Gorman deserves to be higher than them, and so does Santa Margarita. Then you could put Buford like at 4 or something like that. St. Francis Academy, if you want to put them somewhere, like put them at like 5 or something. But yeah. So anyway, Teran, that's my take on that. As of right now, that's pretty much it. The Texas schools are not in here in this top 10, so they're, I don't want to say irrelevant, but the highest Texas school that we have right now that's actually playing tonight, I believe, or this weekend, Duncanville at 19, and then DeSoto at 23, and South Lake Carroll at 25. And if you look at Duncanville, obviously they're in the 6A. They play today versus North Shore. It's going to be a mean freaking game. I'm really excited for that one. We have, let's see. So that's coming up today, Duncanville and North Shore. Again, the winner of that, they're too far down to be in the national championship talk. So, but that's going to be a great game. And then you have DeSoto, who is also playing today. And they are in the 2A, I believe. Yeah, the 6A 2A championship. And they're taking on King. And again, they're too far down. So that's it. Today, high school football does end, but they're not going to be high enough to be in the national championship. So what do you think, Teran? Give me your thoughts on all this craziness.
Well, Buford, let's just kind of, I want to give my 2 cents on Buford's win over Carrollton. That was a big win for them, considering, well, for starters, Buford, they didn't score anything in the first half. It was kind of a slow first half. Then Buford kind of kicked it into high gear in the third quarter. And that was big right there because they needed something. And then the fourth quarter just felt like it was an all-out war, and it was just back and forth. And in the end, Buford was able to pull out the win in the end, which was very nice. A very good win for them. And it came down to pretty much the final drive. It was the final drive where Buford got a touchdown with about 4-ish minutes to go, and eventually Buford did get the stop on downs, and eventually they were able to get the ball back. So a massive win for Buford, but man, tough loss. What a tough loss for Carrollton. I mean, just when we thought they were the clear-cut number 1, we get Buford throwing a wrench in everything. That seems to be the whole rankings in a nutshell. High school football in a nutshell. We don't know who wants to be number 1 in the nation. So we don't know who's going to be number 1. I imagine it should be Gorman. I mean, it has to be. I don't want to slight St. Francis, but I think Gorman should be number 1, and Santa Margarita should be number 2, and then maybe Buford should be number 3. Between Santa Margarita and Buford should be 2 and 3, and then St. Francis and so on and so forth down as 4 down or as 5 down. So I'm sorry, 4 down. But yeah, I think Gorman should be number 1, even though they lost to. But then again, Buford does make a stellar argument. So yeah, this is totally tricky between Gorman and Buford. That's your number 1, and then number 1 and number 2, and then 3 should be Santa Margarita, and then 4 down. You could figure that out.
Exactly. Again, I don't. Gorman has to be number 1. Again, I know they're not going to be, and that's going to make me very mad. But they should be number 1. There's no way that they're not number 1. They deserve it. They played everybody. And come on, man. And they won their championship. They played what they had to play. I don't know. Carrollton, I honestly will put Carrollton over St. Francis Academy because at least, I mean, they're 14-0. I mean, 14-1 St. Francis Academy again. And that's what makes me mad. They're these freelance schools, right? And I get it. They don't have that crazy, like, but they should. They should. Maybe like on the East Coast. I know we have the Trinity League over here. That's what makes it so hard because these schools are so damn good. That's why these freelance schools need to do like, and this is like Notre Dame situation. Notre Dame gets mad when they get snubbed, and it's like, well, then join a conference. You know what I mean? Like, join a conference. That's your fault. It sounds like a you problem, bro. You know, so when it comes down to like IMG Academy and St. Francis Academy, well, don't get mad when you get snubbed because you're not in a conference and you're not in a powerhouse conference either. You know what I mean? You can only play who you play, and then teams don't want to play you, and then and then you schedule to play each other. You don't even play each other like this year. I mean, don't get mad. Don't get mad. Am I right? Don't get mad.
Exactly. You can only play the teams that are on your schedule, but if you choose to like pull a fast one on all of us, then you're kind of the problem.
Yeah, that whole
cancellation. And I get it. They want to showcase all of the talented players on both teams, but still, you got to like relay that to everybody. You got to like get the picture to everybody, get the message out. Don't shoot the messenger.
Exactly. So anyway, so that's our take on high school, guys. Like I said, it's over after today. So congratulations, man, to all the high school players out there, teams. We got a really cool thing here, guys, and I'm really excited for this. All right, we're gonna have some fun right now. So all of you guys who are wondering, like, all season long, and thank you for those who have stuck with us, who have been like, I don't really care for high school or junior college or whatever. Well, I got a treat for you guys. That's why we're 15 minutes late starting today. I wanted to get together a really cool list. And it's a lot, but I'm going to try really hard to, I mean, I'm not going to go over all of it. Maybe I'll put some up later on the tweets, but this is cool. This is all of the commits from the schools that we've been talking about going where. You all have college teams that you love. Well, guess what? Where do you think their players come from? These schools, okay? And junior colleges, last chance you, baby. Where do you think they get these crazy starters that come from out of nowhere? That's the goal. That's what I'm telling you. And Teran, as well, playing junior college, it really was last chance you. You're playing to be a starter because no university is gonna freaking pick you up to be a backup player. You're a junior. You played your freshman and sophomore season already. They can technically redshirt you, and they've done that. I've seen it. But
or gray shirt,
medical gray shirt. But usually universities are like, no, if you're a junior college guy, you're playing in JUCO. Like you're playing you're a starter. You're somewhere. You're going to be using our system. We're not just picking you up to sit and to grow in our program. You already kind of grew. You only have 2 years left, so you're going to jump in our system as a starter. So I got some really cool commits, and Teran, obviously, I'm going to know some of these guys here, but from different schools. And obviously, I'm going to name some, I guess, from the bigger schools and everything. But I have a really neat list here of guys coming in from, some of these have multiple commits. Modern Day High School. Teran, I think we know all about this year, man. Congratulations to Chris Henry going to Ohio State. Chris Henry Jr. Ohio State? No? Yeah? No?
Yeah. I think that's where he originally committed. Yeah.
Okay. Looks like, I don't know if he signed.
There was some speculation that he was gonna like decommit or he wasn't like officially gonna sign, but I guess he's gonna stay there.
Sweet. Well, again, these are just off of the ESPN 300 thing. You know what I mean? Like the list.
Yeah, he's committed to. He's going to be Ohio State.
That is so cool, man. And then obviously, like I said, some of these may have changed or whatever. But Mark Bowman, USC, pretty sweet.
Yep.
Cody Green, offensive tackle, is going to Washington. Looks like. Tamuhini Tupui, I believe. He's the defensive tackle, also going to USC. Caden Dixon, wide receiver to SC, and then Sean Scott, outside linebacker, also going to SC. Teran, that's insane, man. All these Modern Day players going to SC, at least verbally committed, from what it seems.
Yeah, Modern Day seems to have that USC pipeline. So Caden Dixon Wyatt, I think he was originally supposed to go to Oregon, and then he flipped his commitment to USC, which I thought was pretty cool, if you ask me. I did actually meet Caden Dixon White last year when in the state championship when Mater Dei beat De La Salle. So, yeah, I think that was Mater Dei has that pipeline to USC because their former coach Bruce Rawlinson, I think he played at USC. I know he went to USC. Don't know if he played there, but Rolo did play at USC. So that's kind of the reason why you're seeing a lot of these Mater Dei players commit to USC, which I kind of have to wonder why Lincoln Riley doesn't go after the Bosco kids.
I know,
Riley.
Right?
But at least he's got another player that's going to be going to USC that's not from Mater Dei. So I think you and I know who that is.
Yeah. Well, Teran, I think there's another big school around the country. We just talked about them a little bit ago, and that is the IMG Academy. And in case you didn't know, fight on. Oh, yeah. Looks like
the one time I don't have my sweater.
Looks like Kenyi Pepe, offensive tackle, SC. Jake Cruel, defensive end, Oklahoma. Zachariah Fort, safety, Georgia. Breck Collegiate, guard, USC. And Cameron McCaney, defensive tackle, going to Indiana. How about that, man?
Yeah, those are some darn good recruits going to those big time schools. I'm gonna be honest. I think Oklahoma could have used that one player last night. Not to sound like a jerk or anything, but it's kind of the truth.
Yeah, Oklahoma needed a lot of that was a note. What's going on, Marcus Lowe's? Great, yes, right. Coffee all right here. And we're talking some commits from high school and junior college. So glad to have you pop in, Marcus Lowe's. Great. So Douglas County High School, we have here Jordan Carter, defensive end, going to Tennessee. We have Aaron Gregory, wide receiver, going to Texas A&M, and Craig Danridge, wide receiver, going to Georgia. Edna Carr, we talked about them, Teran, the Louisiana State champions. Richard Anderson, defensive tackle, headed to LSU. We have Aiden Hall, safety, head to LSU as well. And Hayward Howard Jr., corner, heading to Texas. Grayson, they had a good run this year. Not the best ending the way they would have wanted it, but regardless, we got three guys headed three different places. Pretty excited for them. Actually, three different places. Excited for these guys. Tyler Atkinson, outside linebacker, Texas. Travis Burgess, quarterback / defensive tackle. That's crazy. He's going to North Carolina, looks like. And we have Anthony Davis Jr., outside linebacker, Ole Miss. Let's see here. Any other of these bigger schools? Northwestern out of Miami. Calvin Russell, wide receiver, head to Syracuse. James Johnson, defensive tackle, headed to Texas. Jordan Campbell, outside linebacker, headed to Miami. That's pretty sweet. We have here Sierra Canyon. We all know good old Sierra Canyon in the house, right? In Southern California. Richard Wesley, looks like here, defensive end, Texas commit. Haven Finley Jr., corner, LSU. And Brandon Lockhart, USC. I've heard talk about him before, Darren. So we got that. Few more here, and then we'll go ahead and actually want to comment on any of those?
Well, there's also, I don't know if he's like highly ranked, but there's also another player from Sierra Canyon that's going to USC, Jamiron Tron Baker.
Nice. Got another one. Man, that season's getting this is going to be a great class. They have
the number one recruiting class.
Oh, yeah. There's all kinds of freaking talent headed to SC this year. That's crazy, man. Let's see. St. Francis Academy. Congratulations to these guys. Zion Ellie, defensive end, Maryland. Not going too far there. Jaira Edwards, safety, Alabama. DQ Forkpa, outside linebacker, going to North Carolina. Bergen Catholic over in New Jersey. We have, look at this one. Jordan Thomas, corner, very solid corner, Ohio State. And Jermaine Kinsler, defensive tackle, head to Texas A&M to play with the Aggies. That's pretty cool. Buford has two, Teran. They're champions of Georgia. They might even be national champions coming up this week. Bryce Perry Wright, defensive tackle, headed to Texas A&M. And Tyreek Green, he's just marked as an athlete, headed to Georgia. So congratulations to those guys. Carrollton has two. Ryan Mosley, wide receiver, Georgia. And Dorian Barney, corner, headed to Ole Miss. Let's see if we can keep it going here. A few others. I'm kind of skipping some of these here. I'm just naming the big high schools that we've talked about throughout the year. Duncan High School, Kevin Ford Jr., Defensive end headed to Florida. Landon Barnes, defensive end, headed to Ole Miss. Moving forward, Grimsley. We talked about these guys out of North Carolina, I believe, a while back. Well, these guys are solid, man. Faison Brandon, quarterback, solid pocket passer here, headed to Tennessee. And Chance Calicut, safety, headed to Georgia. And another couple of big players here, or other schools, if I could find any more that I said we've talked about. Oh, now this is cool. Orange Lutheran. Hey, good old Olu in SoCal. Sam Utu, I believe is how you say his name. I don't want to butcher it, but offensive tackle, SMU, sweet. And Shadarius Tootle, inside linebacker, headed to Auburn. Any thoughts on those guys here?
Yeah, and I think Orange Lutheran has a running back that's committed to Northwestern that transferred from Loyola. So I think you have to throw him in the fray as well.
Right? Seriously. This has been awesome to see these guys play all year long and head on over. That's pretty cool, Teran. Pretty cool. Thank you for a little tidbit of information there. So next up, we have John Bosco, man. We have Madden Williams, wide receiver to Texas A&M, and Daniel Odom, wide receiver, also headed to Oklahoma. Solid players there. A few more high schools we can talk about here. I know we spoke a little bit about Venice earlier this year. Sharai Charles, that's a linebacker, to Miami, and Thomas Wilder, offensive tackle, headed to Virginia Tech. And I think, like I said, there's a big old list here, but just, again, trying to talk about the teams that we've talked about for the most part. But congratulations to all of those commits. Really cool. I mean, again, I don't know, they can flip it anytime. I know they got the NIL deal going on and everything, but when it comes down to it, man, no matter what, these guys are going to the next level. They're going to be playing. So just big round of applause. Big congratulations to these guys, man. One more. Langston Hughes. I know we've talked about them in the past. Xavier Tiller, tight end, headed to Florida State, and Carson Baker, running back, headed to Texas A&M. So I see a lot of A&Ms, some Texas, Tennessees, a ton of USCs. Any other guys you want to throw out there, Teran? I have a small short list hand now of like schools we haven't talked about too much. These all have one commit each. But before we get into that, any thoughts on any of those players?
Yeah, those are some high quality players that you just named off of. So what I was thinking, what about Santa Margarita, or did we talk about them in the past?
Actually, Teran, I don't know. I thought let me see, the Santa Margarita. They definitely have some. I guess I didn't have any on this list.
Have.
Do you have any?
Two high quality players.
Who you got?
Trent Mosley, who's going to USC. He came up big for Santa Margarita all year. And then Dash Fafita, he's committed to Arizona. Do you know who his brother is?
What's his name? Spill it.
Noah Fafita. He's
Noah
the quarterback for Arizona.
Yeah, I was going to say.
It makes all the more sense for Dash to go to Arizona.
That's pretty cool, man. Fafita. I forgot his Noah. I gotta remember his name.
I had a feeling it was going to be like Arizona or somewhere along those lines, just because it's like that makes so much sense, because Noah is at Arizona and then Dash just makes Arizona better. And obviously I think their head coach has some sort of pipeline to Southern California. I think he went to UCLA or something, or one of their coaches went to UCLA or something, and that's why he has the Southern California pipeline.
That's freaking sweet, man. So let's get into the one single commits from these schools that we have talked about, and then get some surprise players here and there. But single commits for, at least as of right now, according to ESPN, their website, the 300, like top 300 or whatever it is, Archbishop. Never mind, that's the wrong one. I thought it was gonna be the one from Maryland, Spalding. But okay, no. But okay, who else do we have? We have here Bishop Gorman, Jet Washington, safety, headed to Oregon. And let's see here, Prince Williams, also a dude that I knew was going to be somewhere D1. He's too dang talented. Defensive end, headed to Arizona. So congratulations to him. Remember Cass Tech this year, John? We talked a little bit about Cass Tech.
Oh, yeah.
They were up in that top 25 for a while, coming from Detroit, Michigan. CJ Sadler, marked as athlete, headed to North Carolina. Pretty cool. I don't know if this is the one, But this Catholic high school, is this the Dons down there in San Diego, Teran? I don't know.
Yeah,
there's a lot
Cathedral
of
Catholic are the Dons.
Blaine Bradford, safety, headed to Ohio State. That's pretty cool. I don't know if that's well, there's Central. There's a couple of them, but we have here Shamana Madonna, Derek Cooper, running back, headed to Texas. Man, solid player here. Let's see. Let's go down the list. Corner Canyon, the Utah champions for like the 50th year in a row. Asun Tafa. You know where he's going, Teran?
Where?
USC.
Number 1 recruiting class for a reason.
That's right. Corner Canyon also. Helaman Kasuga, quarterback here, headed over to Texas Tech. So again, you can see the trend. DeSoto, Ethan Feaster, wide receiver. Guess who, Teran? USC. That's right. I mean, it's incredible seeing this. I was looking for De La Salle, but I did not see any. I know there's got to be some commits somewhere, but regardless, there, just continuing to run down the list. Folsom High School from up north, Ryder Lyons. He's headed to BYU. Solid for him. Fremont, also another school from up north in California. Salisi Moa, wide receiver, headed over to Utah. Huge pickup there for those guys. Let's see here. We already listed the Grayson players. Moving down. Again, just lots of great players. Congratulations to all of these guys, man. This is not easy getting a D1 scholar and heading up to that level. So congratulations. Mission Viejo, Vance Spafford, wide receiver, headed to Miami. I'm sure Teran already knew that one, man. He's so in tune with these Orange County schools, so I love it. Let's see here. Newberry. I don't know if that's Newberry Park. Oh, there's Newberry Park. Bradley Smigel.
Brady Smigel.
Don't
worry, everyone. I pronounced it Brady Smigel, but
I was
Smigel.
Like, my bad, bro.
It's all good. It's all good. I butcher a lot of these names too, so don't fret.
All good. So headed to Michigan. Mount Carmel. I wonder if that's the Carmel down here in San Diego. Mount Carmel High School. Claude Mimpoa or Mimpoa. Oh, how is it?
I think that's right.
Offensive tackle headed to Nebraska. So again, lots and lots of freaking absolute chaos heading on here with these players headed here and there. So again, congratulations to all these guys, man. We'll just go ahead and chop it there, but congrats to all of them in these solid places they're headed to play, man. Again, that's why we cover these guys, because they're headed to the schools that you all love, right? So, Teran, any other thoughts on these on this little class? Because we actually have the junior college one coming up too in a few minutes.
Yeah, so we also have Luke Fahey of Mission Viejo. He's going to be heading to the Ohio State. So you have that right there. And then one player who I'm actually surprised that isn't committed yet is Gerard Terry out of Sierra Canyon. He's actually a 3-star. And you're probably thinking, oh, 3-star, that's not that great. No, he's actually pretty good. He actually averaged 8.1 yards per carry, which I don't know if that's 100% true, but that's what I'm seeing on his bio. I've seen Gerard Terry before. He's pretty darn good. He was also a member of the Under Armour Futures All-American. So I really think Gerard Terry he's going to be an impact player no matter where he goes. So I'm really interested to see. Remember that name, Gerard Terry. Gerard Terry Jr.
Well, looking forward to that. I know we have the All-American game coming up as well. The Under Armour All-American game coming up on January 3rd. Saturday, January 3rd. It's going to be in Spec Martin Stadium, DeLand, Florida. DeLand, I guess, in Florida. So looking forward to that game. Don't miss it. You're going to see a lot of these stars playing in there. So really excited for that. We'll of course, recap that and the players and everything during that time. But Teran, just great stuff, man. Congratulations to all these high school commits and guys headed here and there and everywhere. So real quick, little touch on if you missed it last week, San Mateo defeating Golden West. This is their third championship in the last 4 years. So congrats to them. We'll talk about a couple of those commits in a few minutes. But of course, we got to get on into the other junior college championship that ended on Wednesday. We talked all about the 3C 2A championship on Sunday. So time to give this one its fair spot in the light here. So Teran, what about it, dude? This was a this was a great game. Something that I was not expecting. I really did think that Hutch had this thing, especially earlier this year. But again, the Reavers came out and showed us exactly why they deserved it. Monster game. This was a really, really, really cool game because I loved it. It was actually a title game. It was back and forth. It was fun. It was it was back and forth for a while, and then it kind of gets turned on its head. But champions again, man. Number 2 Iowa Western dominates the second half to defeat number 1 Hutchinson 28-10 in a monster championship game here. Loved it every minute of it. The Reavers shut out the Blue Dragons after halftime to claim their 3rd title in 4 years, 4th national championship overall. Dynasty confirmed. How about that game, Teran? I'm gonna give you a full recap right now, but what are your thoughts on that?
It was a great game, and honestly, Hutchinson looked like this was going to be a long night for Iowa Western. After the first quarter, I'm thinking to myself, well, I think we already know what's going to happen. Hutchinson's going to probably run away with this. They're just getting warmed up, and Iowa Western just does not look like the part of they belong in this championship game. Wrong.
It's true, man.
Because
wrong.
Iowa Western woke up and their defense answered the call. And that's the big thing right there. How would Iowa Western's defense handle Hutchinson in the championship game? How would Iowa Western respond after getting punched in the mouth? And Iowa Western responded perfectly. And you have to give it up to Iowa Western just because it's not easy facing Hutchinson, especially since Hutchinson, like I mentioned, until someone was able to beat a team like that, you have to roll with the hot hand. So I think for Hutchinson, it was a tough loss, but that's why you got to play 4 quarters. You got to actually play all 4 quarters. And for Iowa Western, they didn't give up, they didn't waver, and that's how they were able to pull off the win. So I think it was a great game. I just think Iowa Western, they came out with a better game plan in the second quarter and beyond.
They did. That was freaking nuts, man. They got it done. Iowa Western saved his best for the biggest stage, storming back from a 10-0 hole to beat defending champions Hutchinson 28-10 and claim its 3rd NJCAA D1 national championship in 4 years. The Blue Dragons struck first with a Christian Johnson to Derek Saley Jr. touchdown and a booming 52-yard field goal. But from that point on, it was all Reavers. 28 unanswered points, powered by Malachi Marshall's efficient arm and punishing ground game, led by MVP Daniel Swinney. 153 yards on the ground. Wow, and 1 touchdown. We have your Iowa Western's defense flipped the game completely, hammering Hutchinson with 9 sacks and holding the nation's top-ranked team to get 159 total yards, shutting them out across the final 3 quarters. So in the end, the Reavers' balance and relentless pressure snapped their skid in the series and delivered another championship banner, proof that when the lights are brightest, Iowa Western is built for December. And that's exactly what it was, man. This was a solid game. Big victory here, man. I know I feel terrible for this. The young man, he got like 75 sacks in the year. I think where'd he go? But yeah, they have a monster athlete. I mean, this is a gold mine, for both teams on the field, right? It's a gold mine. Both of these schools hold a lot of guys who can make a lot of difference next year for a lot of FBS teams, and looking forward to seeing them out there. But yeah, Teran, any of the last thoughts on this one before we get into the recruits?
Yeah, Iowa Western also had 409 yards of offense, which I thought was massive.
Damn.
And again, you said it best. The defense really held Hutchinson to only 159 yards, which is well below their season average. So I thought for Iowa Western, again, they just had a better game plan, and that is what we call responding after getting punched in the mouth. And that is what champions do. They respond, and they don't feel sorry for themselves. They don't mope and say, well, we had a good run. And it was only a 10-point deficit. If they had come back from an even bigger deficit, kind of like Alabama did with Oklahoma, I think it would have been even more impressive. But the fact that Iowa Western came back from that deficit to eventually have the lead at halftime, to eventually control the momentum the rest of the way is just incredible. And Hutchinson had their chances. Like, Iowa Western wasn't blowing them out, but Hutchinson just could not get anything going because Iowa Western's defense just answered the call.
No, absolutely. And it's crazy because we can get into the recruits. There's only one school who actually had more. Actually, no, they didn't. No, because Hutchinson had the most. But wow. Let's get into these recruits there. East Mississippi CC, the original Last Chance U, right, from Netflix. Dude, look at all these players, man. Xavier Hardy, South Carolina. We have here, let's see here, and I don't even have their positions, darn. I should have freaking looked them up. Tony Mitchell, Mississippi State. Shannon Blair, Memphis. Rashad Braley, Oklahoma State. Mason Clinton, Mississippi State. Jacoby Moore, Coastal Carolina. Jeremy Cook Jr., Oklahoma State. Dylan King, Southern Miss. Batavius Blackman, Memphis. Samir Burton, Utah State. We have Roscoe Tucker, Louisiana Monroe, and Mikael Hines, also Louisiana Monroe. That's just East Mississippi. East Mississippi. But getting into the teams that were on the field on Wednesday. Hutchinson, there are 20 players going, Teran. This is crazy. So, Shandavian Bradley, Oklahoma State. Wayman Jordan, where do you think, Teran?
USC.
Lamodrick Spencer, SMU. Bubba Craig, Arkansas. Mike Williams Jr., we have UTSA. Colin Collier. We have TCU. Benson Prosper, Eastern Michigan. Armando Nieves, New Mexico State. Samari Coiler, Coastal Carolina. Devin Lowe, Georgia Southern. Trey Brown III, Old Dominion. Kendrick Walker, Georgia State. DeMonte Gatson, Georgia State. Corbin Green, West Kentucky. Carson Bradley, Old Dominion. Jaquel Mack, East Michigan. Eastern Michigan. Nick Hemmer, Ohio. Rudy Vargas Jr., North Texas. Duke Clayton, Eastern Michigan. And Ja'Cory Thomas, Old Dominion. Now let's get on to Iowa Western. They have 11. Hunter Deckers, Kenyon Brown, Roger Walters, and Devin Carlisle. Looks like they're all not decided just yet, but they are headed somewhere. I have a list of teams. Anthony Pinnacle, Penix, I believe, the third. UTSA. Chance Holloman, Memphis. Titus Meyer, Old Dominion. Dominic Wiseman, South Alabama. Jordan Boehm, or Baham, or I don't know how you pronounce it, Boehm Peterson, Texas State. Lucas Struck, Old Dominion, and Walt Gray, Coastal Carolina. Teran, that's over 30 players from both these teams combined that are going somewhere.
Yeah, that's pretty darn impressive. Really cool right there. And you mentioned Waymon Jordan. He's actually on USC, which I think is pretty cool.
Oh, right.
Yeah, he's the fact that he'll be back for USC. So for USC fans, I just gotta throw that out there.
That's awesome.
Because when you mentioned Waymon Jordan, I'm like, that name rings a bell.
Like, I know him.
And the fact that he came from Hutchinson is really awesome. So Lincoln Riley's actually using his noodle.
I love it. He's using some solid players. I love it. I'm loving it, man. So a couple different schools here, man. Like I said, that's good old Iowa Western. Getting into the rest of these schools, we talked about in the past. Northwest Mississippi, obviously major school we talked about. We have Sean Dalvia headed to Arkansas. Tylen Coleman to Florida State. LaParca Langston, UCF. DJ Burgess, Charlotte. The list goes on, man. So I want to say all these. We'll, talk about them later. But Texas, staple Trinity Valley, staple Texas school here. Lots of SMU talent, UTSA talent. They have 10 players going. Southwest Mississippi, they have 7 going. Jones, they have 8 players going. Again, just awesome stuff there, man. It looks like Hines has 5 players headed out. Garden City has 9. Butler has 6. Again, I would love to go over all of these, but we'd be here all dang day.
Exactly.
the California JUCOs, man, got in the 3C2. I gotta name off the players who were, in the national championship or playing the national championship. There are 7 going from San Mateo, man. Looks like Ordera Okaka, I believe. I don't butcher his name, but headed over to Cal, not headed too far away. We have Sherrod Smith to Boise State, Ezra Funa to Arizona, Sael Uluava headed to Arizona, Dominique Ingracia to Cal, Kalen Woods, Mid-Tennessee, and John Geyer to Cal. Now, how about this one, Teran? There's 2 coming out of San Diego Mesa. We have Jaleel Tucker to Oregon State and Brian Spalding headed to Sam Houston. Cerritos has 2. Fatuatoa Henry headed to Alabama, and Leroy Palu headed to Arizona. RCC Riverside has 3 actually headed up. We have Dallas Teloma to Arizona State, Simeon Mayava headed to San Jose State, and Jackson Owens to New Mexico State. So congratulations to those guys. And then really cool to see these single ones headed here out of these other schools. I love this. Mount San Jacinto, man. We got 1 player here from Mount. It doesn't say a name for some reason. We have 1 player, looks like, to Georgia State. Mount San Antonio has 1 to Utah State. El Camino has 1 to Arizona, and another 1 to East Carolina. Ventura, San Jose State, and Fresno State. Bakersfield has 1 to Fresno State, and Saddleback 1 to New Mexico and 1 to Baylor. I don't know why I don't have the names here, but I'll look for those later. But again, Teran, congratulations to all these teams. That was a little bit of 3C2A right there, but junior college recruits combined. Dude, that was amazing, man. Congratulations to all these guys. It is not hard getting that scholar and getting there. And again, I know we put a little bit of time into that, but I just wanted to mention that because, Teran, we talk about these guys all year long, man. You know what I mean? So it's really cool to end it off, and now we're going to see them at this next level, man. So congratulations to all those recruits. Any last thoughts on this, Teran?
I think that's an amazing list of players, and they're going to do great things for their team, for their respective teams.
Yes. So take us out a quick break. When we come back, man, we're going to – actually, you know what? Screw it. Let's see. We got so much – we got some previews to get to. So we'll do one because I know we got to get our sponsors out there and everything. So we'll get one for Vital Apparel. It's only about a minute. So we'll get that out there. And let's throw some love to Teran, man. Good old Teran show for Set Point. So give ourselves a quick break. When we come back, man, we're going to finish off the rest. We got lots of stuff to come. The NAIA Championship, the D2 Championship preview, semifinals for Division 3, semifinals for the FCS. And, of course, some pick'ems in bowl week or bowl season. And then, of course, a little bit of NFL fun at the end, some pick'ems there. You are watching 3 and Out right here on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports. We'll be right back after this. Rise and shine. It's 4 a.m. The stars are still out. The sun is beneath the horizon, but it's time to punch in and go to work. The comfort of your warm-ups turns into the grinding out of your reps as the clinking and the clanking of the plates create a symphony of euphoria. There's no other feeling like it. Earn it, burn it, and take what's yours. IE Sports Radio has proudly partnered with Vital Apparel, a brand that not only fits great, but also promotes and donates to mental health research. Use our code IESR to get 15% off their comfortable and inspiring gym wear and help them on their amazing journey to support mental health. Go hard, take part in your iron therapy, and be strong. Because when your mental health is as strong as you are, there's no telling how far you'll go.
Everybody, this is Teran Rodriguez. Are you a fan of volleyball? Are you a fan of Thunder Spikes? Then I have the show for you, Set Point, where I cover NCAA men's and women's volleyball, high school boys and girls volleyball, beach volleyball, and even professional volleyball. Catch the action every week here on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports.
welcome back. We are getting on into the goods here. Big ups to, of course, Vital Apparel, one of our sponsors here on the station. Big ups to them. Show them some love. Use that code, support mental health, and of course, get some great gym wear. And of course, check out Set Point, man. My boy is excited, man. Tomorrow we have the team that should not even be there, but they fought like hell to get there. The Aggies of Texas A&M taking on Kentucky, obviously one of the best teams of the year as a number one overall seed, going head to head. That is tomorrow at 12:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, at 3:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Obviously, we're going to get Teran covering all of the goods. And, of course, Monday's Set Point is going to be a lot of fun as he recaps that and, the tournament and all that good stuff. So, Teran, appreciate you, man, for doing it. You're doing an amazing job over on Set Point. How about that? How about this game, man? Are you excited for that national championship on Sunday?
Yep, it's an all-SEC national championship, which, if you recall, there's only been one team so far that's won the national championship in NCAA women's volleyball, and that was Kentucky back in 2020, aka the spring of 2021, aka post-COVID. So I think tomorrow a lot of history is going to be made, and more importantly, it's going to really represent the SEC well.
That's going to be a lot of fun, man. Well, I'm excited. Let's do it. We'll be watching during some football. It doesn't matter. So I'm ready for that, man. Let's do it. Let's jump into some D3, man. Division III football. Again, make sure you check out Teran with all those goods on Set Point, man. Getting ready to recap a really great tournament, man. And may the best team win tomorrow. Well, here it is, man. This is it. A trip to the Stag Bowl is on the line. And, well, we got 4 teams. And then there were 4, right? The first of the 2 games with a bid to a 6th consecutive NCAA D3 national championship appearance on the line. Number 1, North Central out of Illinois welcomes John Carroll in a first ever meeting. That pits the sports modern dynasty against one of 2025's most complete challengers. The unbeaten Cardinals have owned December football, riding historic efficiency on both sides of the ball under AFCA National Coach of the Year Brad Spencer, while the Blue Streaks arrive battle-tested after eliminating Randolph-Macon, Mount Union, and Barry in consecutive playoff rounds. John Carroll's explosive, ultra-efficient offense led by Gagliardari. Oh, that's right. The Gagliardari Trophy, which is the Heisman of D3 winner, semifinalist, Nick Sempefelter, I believe is how you say it, meets a North Central defense allowing just 9.2 points per game, setting the stage for a clash between elite execution, postseason pedigree, and championship stakes. The winner advances to the Stag Bowl, one step from immortality. How about this game, Teran? Who you got?
Oh, man. North Central, John Carroll. John Carroll's kind of been the Cinderella of this whole NCAA Division III football tournament. That said, North Central's always been good. They're always a powerhouse. I like John Carroll, but I think North Central just barely pulls this one off.
That's not a hard one to pick. I really like John Carroll. I think they're a solid football team, but this is just one of those games where I'm like, you know what? If John Carroll wins this thing, I'm gonna pick them to win the championship. I'm sorry. This is it. This is the team. I don't want to call it David and Goliath because they're both Goliathy, but I don't know, dude. I have to lean towards the champs, right? The defending champs, because that's why they're there. But if there's ever been a team to do it in the semifinals, at least, I know they played Mount Union a couple years ago in the semis, but if there was a team since then to knock off North Central, it's gonna be John Carroll. As much as I want to say there'll be an upset, North Central to me is just too strong still. This year they had some scares, but it wasn't anything crazy. They were able to overcome. So this is exciting. To me, this is a great game, but I'm gonna go North Central. I think this is a solid football game. Really, really, really fun. I am really excited to watch this one. I know I will be tuning in because they do televise this. Like I said, I'll put the links up like I did last week. here on our Twitter, but I'll tell you, this is going to be a really fun game. So, all right, we're all locked in for North Central, Teran.
Yes.
All right. Well, that's the first of two. 2 of 2 in the semifinals here. A historic breakthrough is within reach for Wisconsin River Falls as the Falcons host Johns Hopkins, another John, with a ever trip to the Stag Bowl on the line, making just their second Division III playoff appearance since 1996. River Falls has surged to a 12-1 record behind the nation's most prolific pass attack, led by AFCA first-team All-American quarterback Caleb Blaha. Standing in the way is battle-tested Johns Hopkins, a nasty battle-tested squad, in my opinion, back in the semifinals for the second straight year, driven by veteran quarterback Bay Harvey in defense, and a defense that has stiffened after a late regular season stumble. With championship stakes, elite quarterback play, and contrasting program trajectories, Saturday semifinal today is a collision of momentum, precision, and December toughness. Who you taking?
I'm going to take Johns Hopkins. I think their experience alone from last year will help them make the national championship match. I don't expect this to be an easy one just because River Falls is one of those Wisconsin teams who obviously plays hard. But I think Johns Hopkins, with the experience that they had for last year, will pave the way for them.
You know what, Teran? I like your pick. I do. Not so fast!
I knew it. I knew you were about to say that.
Teran, if there's anything I've learned from this season, it is do not pick against these Wisconsin teams. And I have been picking Johns Hopkins all season. I have been a fan. I've just been enjoying their freaking blowouts, and they are a great football team. Teran, these Wisconsin teams, I mean, we've seen them. These guys even knocking off Division II teams. The WEAC is just amazing. They destroy each other. Maybe that's why some of them don't. That's why not everyone makes it to the freaking finals here from that conference, because they destroy each other so much in the regular season. This is low key like watching the Trinity League in high school football. I mean, these guys destroy each other. All right. So I don't know, man. I really think that Johns Hopkins is, I mean, they can totally win this game. They're freaking great. It's a great school, great team. But I don't know, man. I think I'm gonna go with the heart in this one. I'm gonna go River Falls. Let's see what they can do. And if River Falls wins this one, oh crap. I'm not gonna say they're gonna beat North Central, but I'm not gonna say they're not gonna beat North Central either. This is awesome. I know it didn't make any sense, but I don't care. Regardless, this is fun. This is going to be a really, really, really great game. I got to go with the Wisconsin school with River Falls. Johns Hopkins is great. If they win, obviously they were the better team. But I'm going to go River Falls. Let's see what they can do. They've been playing great all season long. Let's see what this Wisconsin team has done. The last time we've seen a Wisconsin school up here this high was, obviously Whitewater. They were the Wisconsin school for a while. That was up here versus Mount Union and the other top schools. But yeah, so great stuff there, Teran. Obviously, the other purple school, Mary Hardin Baylor, who's not here yet. Oh, we're not here, but again, Teran, great stuff. Let's see who does what. I'm really excited for this one, man. It's gonna be a lot of fun. But we got to get on to a preview. Division II preview, man. We got ourselves a good one here coming on up because we have an old champ versus an old champ. This is going to be fun, man. The 2025 NCAA Division II National Championship delivers exactly what the season promised from day one. Number 1 Ferris State versus number 2 Harding. Look, and the reason why I say that is because this was a collision course, and now I'm glad it's here. This is an all-time heavyweight clash between two most complete programs in the country. Ferris State arrives in McKinney riding a nation-best offense that blends power, pace, and precision, averaging over 53 points and 515 yards per game behind a devastating spread option attack that forces defense to defend every blade of grass. Harding counters with most relentless rushing machine in Division II has ever seen, because that's exactly what it is. A flex bone juggernaut averaging nearly 450 rushing yards per game and controlling games through physical dominance, discipline, and clock control. This matchup is ready for trench warfare. That's exactly what this is. Meets schematic chess. Ferris State is trying to strike first and stretch the field. Harding is intent on bleeding possessions dry and imposing its will. Between Ferris' speed and versatility and Harding's historic ground assault, this game isn't just a battle for a trophy. It's a referendum. You like my big word there? On how championships are won in modern Division II football, and that's what I think it is. So this is a good one, Teran. Who you got?
Man, both these schools have been putting up monster video game numbers offensively in the postseason. I'm going to go with Fair State, again, based off of experience and because they've pretty much been putting up 50 plus. They've been averaging 50 plus points in the postseason. Now, do I think Harding can keep up with them? Yes, but I think it's going to be a matter of who blinks first. If Fair State blinks first and then Harding just runs with it, then Harding definitely has a shot. But until I see someone having the answer for Fair State's high-powered offense, which is putting up blistering numbers, I gotta go with Fair State.
Great pick, Teran. I'm going Harding. Harding, the rushing attack is nasty. Fair State again, this is a coin flip to me. This is exactly what it is, but screw it. Harding is just a school. I've been high on them. That running game is amazing. They won the championship a couple years ago. You know, they were champs. They look good, and I love what they have going on here. This is I love it. I mean, let's take a look at D2. I have my little card up here right now of champs, but yeah, I mean, since 2020 Division II, so West Florida won it then. The COVID year, we didn't have it. 2000 and let's see here, 21, we had Ferris State beat Valdosta. The next year, we had Ferris State defeat School of Mines, Colorado School of Mines. Next year in 23, that was where Harding destroyed School of Mines 38-7. And then last year, Ferris State beat Valdosta. So again, I mean, the previous two champions are going head to head. And this is going to be a fun one. They've both proven it. They're both battle tested. I love this matchup. But I don't know, man. I'm a running game kind of guy, old school power football. I don't know. I guess I like what Harding brings. So I'm all for it. Let's do it. This is going to be a great game, great matchup. And I got to go Harding in this one, man. So let's see who wins it. This will be fun. I am super excited for it, man. Any last comments on this one?
No, I think we're in for a great game right here. I wouldn't be surprised if it was high scoring.
Oh, I'm with you on that one. Yeah, that'll be a fun one. Really, this will be one of the best championship games I think we've seen in the last couple of years from D2. So NAIA, man. NAIA, good old NAIA football. I love it. This one's a little bit different. This one, that one's going to have, well, actually, no, this game's not different at all. This game's actually very similar to the one we just talked about. NAIA National Championship coming on up today. Number 1, Grandview versus number 2, Kaiser in Fort Worth, Texas. The 2025 NAIA National Championship delivers the ultimate collision of 2 unbeaten giants, 2 elite quarterbacks, and a rematch with history attached. Grandview, 13-0. Kaiser, 12-0. Meet once again with the red banner on the line in Crowley ISD multi-purpose stadium. Grandview enters riding a 28-game win streak and seeking a second straight national title behind repeat NAIA Player of the Year Jackson Waring. We know who that is. Whose dual threat command has defined the Vikings dynasty run. Kaiser counters with explosive balance and championship urgency, led by dynamic quarterback Shea Spencer, whose second half brilliance carried the Seahawks through the semifinals into their 4th consecutive title game. And in Kaiser, head coach Miles Russ' inspiring return to the sideline after an illness, elite defense on both sides, and last year's 35-7 GVU win, still fresh. And this rematch has all the ingredients of a classic. One banner, one championship, 48 minutes to decide it. Who are you taking?
So I didn't know this game was going to be played in Fort Worth. Like that, man, if I had known that, I would have maybe made arrangements to go down there this weekend.
That'd have been cool.
But anyway, look, this can go either way between Kaiser and Grandview. Both these teams are on their A game. They probably are the best teams that deserve to be here, obviously, and they have been pretty much flawless throughout most of the season. So that being said, I just feel Grandview knows what to expect in a national championship game. And even though Kaiser does bring that championship pedigree as well, I just think this is kind of second nature for Grandview. So I'm going to take Grandview in a close one. I wouldn't be surprised if Kaiser did win, but I also would be surprised if there was a blowout between in this game. So give me Grandview in a close one.
It's going to be a close game. Another game, Teran. I'm going opposite. Kaiser, let's go. Let's see if they can do it. They've done it before. I mean, again, this is a really fun one. Going back a couple years ago, we have the NAI Morningside won it all in 19. Obviously, the COVID year, we had the shortened season. Lindsey Wilson won that one. The next year, we had Morningside win again over Grandview. The very next year, Northwestern. That's where they defeated Kaiser. But look, Kaiser's here. The very next year in 23, I was 22, 23, Kaiser actually got there again and won. Last year, Kaiser got there again and they lost to Grandview. Teran, that is 1, 2, 3 straight years of Kaiser getting to the championship, and here they are again. Grandview's good, but Kaiser, I don't know, man. I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna go Seahawks today, man. Let's see if they can do it. They lose, obviously. Okay, cool. Grandview is better, but I'm gonna go with this, man. The experience of being there, kind of how you said in D2 with Ferris State. I'm gonna say Kaiser. So this would be a fun game. I'm looking forward to it, man. I'm looking forward to watching this thing.
And you just said Kaiser's been to the final the past 3 years?
4 years running.
4 years, including
this
this year?
Fourth. Yeah, including this year.
Okay, so then, man, so
that's hard, huh?
I was gonna say, would they be the bridesmaids or did they win one?
They won one. So last year they lost. They got blown out by Grandview. The year before that, they defeated Northwestern. And they won a title. The year before that, they lost to Northwestern. So they kind of did the same exact thing where they played Northwestern in 22 and they lost 35-25. And then in 23, they played and they beat Northwestern 31-21. So they lost by 10 points the year before and they won the very next year. Last year, they played Grandview and they lost. I'm just following the pattern. You know what I mean? Like Kaiser made it the first year. They lost to Northwestern. The next year they played Northwestern again. They beat them. This year they're back, or last year they're back. They lose to Grandview. This year they're back. I'm going to take them beating Grandview.
Well, I still got that's actually a very good point, but I still got Grandview. At least, I guess I thought this was kind of the case of Kaiser just being the bridesmaids of this whole thing, but they have won one, so I guess experience works both ways for both teams. I just think Grandview will just probably inch out this win.
Hey, whichever works. I'm telling you, that's why we're here. We're picking them. We're having fun with it, so I like it. That's going to be some good stuff. And NAIA Championship coming on up your way today. Looking forward to it. FCS, Teran. All right, so we got a couple semifinal games to talk about here. Always a good time talking semifinals in the FCS. 2 games here. All right. This is no longer just the brawl of the wild. Montana State. Shall I say number 3 Montana Grizzlies versus number 2 Montana State Bobcats. This is no longer the brawl of the wild. It's the biggest game ever played between Montana and Montana State. For the first time, the rivalry enters the postseason with a national championship berth on the line at Bobcat Stadium, set to host a defending historic scene. Defending historic scene. Anyway, 4 weeks ago in Missoula, Montana State proved it could close under pressure, draining the clock late and sealing its first road win in the rivalry since 2018. Now the matchup flips the setting and the stakes are exponentially higher. Montana arrives riding its most explosive offensive stretch of the season, led by breakout sophomore Kylie Ahyat, Big Sky Offensive Player of the Year, Eli Gilman, and do-it-all weapon Michael Wortham. A group that can score through the air on the ground and in the return game. The Grizzlies are the Grizzlies are averaging 42 points per game and have looked increasingly dangerous throughout each playoff round. Montana State counters with balanced discipline and the most opportunistic defense left in the field. Quarterback Justin Lamson has seamlessly guided a dual threat offense that leans on Julius Davis, Adam Jones, and punishing run game, while the Bobcats defense, anchored by Big Sky Defensive Player of the Year, Caden Dowler, thrives on takeaways, momentum, and swinging plays here. Momentum swinging plays. If this game turns late, history suggests Montana State is the most comfortable living in chaos. Offense will move the ball. Big plays will come. But one interception, one block kick, or one fourth down stop decide which program moves on to the national championship, or which one moves one step closer to its first national title in decades. Who you got?
Oh, man. This one is really tough to predict. I mean, this one can go either way. So it's round 2 between these two teams, as Montana State actually won the first meeting by the thinnest of margins by 3 points. Oh, man. I mean, Montana State is the only loss for Montana this year. But I get this weird feeling Montana is going to actually bring its A game against Montana State. So, you know what? Screw it. I'll take Montana to win this one.
I like it.
Montana has that one loss to Montana State, but other than that, they have been pretty much solid throughout most of the season. Yeah, they had a few close wins against Idaho State and North Dakota, but honestly, I think they've put up 20-plus points in all of their games this year. I can't imagine Montana not winning this one. So give me Montana over Montana State in a close one.
Not so fast. The Bobcats got it done in Missoula 4 weeks ago in front of all that hate from those Grizzlies and their fans. You know what, Teran? I think they're going to do it again in Bozeman at home. This is going to be fun. Oh, I'm excited. It's another good game right here. This will be fun. This team has it. This is going to be such a great game. Again, either team can win it. This is another coin flip for me, but oh my gosh, what a game it's going to be. Let's see, Teran. Let's go ahead and see who we got winning this one. I'm loving this, man. Lots of opposites today, so I'm enjoying it. And then, of course, on the other side, Illinois State at number 9, Villanova. Okay, no semifinal features more contrast or mystery than Illinois State versus Villanova. Two teams that spent much of the season flying under the radar and now stand one win from Nashville, each peaking at exactly the right time. Illinois State has become the tournament's ultimate warrior. After shocking North Dakota State in Fargo, the Redbirds sprinted past UC Davis, in a track meet that showcased quarterback Tommy Rittenhouse's arm and receiver Daniel Subwick's vertical threat, and in offensive line built like an FBS unit. This is a veteran group loaded with multi-year starters that can win with tempo or explosion or explosive shots down the field. Villanova, meanwhile, has turned the playoffs into a defensive masterclass. The Wildcats shut down 3 high-powered offenses, dominating third and fourth downs, generated relentless pass pressure, and forcing opponents to earn every inch. Linebacker Shane Hartzell headlines a unit that has reached another gear entirely, with Jabril Mace remains a constant threat to flip the game on a single return or rushing lane. Villanova hasn't lost a home game in 3 years, and that confidence shows late in games. The semifinal likely comes down to control, and that's really what it is. Can Illinois State protect Rittenhouse long enough to stretch the field, or will Villanova's pass rush and situational dominance squeeze the life out of another opponent? Either way, this is a collision to believe that one of these programs really has a true shot at the next game, no matter who wins throughout the Montanas. So this is going to be a great game, man. I'm excited for it. 2 late bloomers, 1 ticket to Nashville. Who you got?
So Villanova hasn't lost a home game in 3 years.
3 years.
So something's got to give here. Either Illinois State's Cinderella run is going to end, or Villanova's home winning streak is going to end. Oh, God. I mean,
That's fun.
yeah,
That's
and
fun.
the crazy thing is that Villanova wound up beating Tarleton State on the road. So, shoot, dude. You know what? I picked against Illinois State last round. I'm not going to do the same this round. I'm going to pick Illinois State. The fact that they took down North Dakota State and the fact that they took down Davis both on the road was incredible. So give me Illinois State in a close one.
They're road warriors, and I hate this because I like Villanova a lot, but I'm right there with you. I think Illinois State, this team they have it. And again, I want Villanova to win. I like them actually. I think they're a very good school. That streak to me is huge, but there's something calling out for me. There's a bowl game that you and I talked about a couple days ago or last week that we're gonna talk about in a few minutes here, where I wanted to pick the other way so bad, and well, something happened, and I'm glad I picked the team I picked. So I'm going to go with my heart this time, Illinois State. Let's see who wins it, man. So this will be a lot of fun. I'm excited for some FCS action. On to the FBS, Teran. 30 minutes to go on our show here, just under 30 minutes to go. So let's roll on into these bowl games that we talked about last week, because man, these were fun. So the Veterans Bowl recap. Let's just be real, man. Jacksonville State grinds out a 17-13 win over Troy in the Salute to Veterans Bowl. Big catches from DeAndre Johnson, clutch defense late, and another bowl win for the Gamecocks. They got it done, man. They played really well. Caden Creel threw the game's only offensive touchdown. DeAndre Johnson was the big difference maker, 101 yards. Troy moved the ball early. They were there, but at the end of the day, man, Jacksonville State, they closed the door to secure the 9th win of the season. How about that game?
Yeah, it just goes to show that bowl games are actually kind of unpredictable for some matchups. I mean, Troy, obviously coming from the Sun Belt, they played in the championship game, but Jacksonville State, they really surprised everybody. So I got to give it up for Jacksonville State. It was a grinded out game. Jacksonville State's defense really came up clutch in the second half. So good job to Jacksonville State.
Really good job. That was a fun one. Next up here, the 68 Ventures Bowl. History was made in Mobile as Delaware earned its first ever bowl win in their first season as an FBS program. I love this. The teams that are doing this, thank you. Looking at you again, North Dakota State and South Dakota State. Anyway, the Blue Hens struck early, stayed composed late, and finished the job behind Nick Minicucci's steady play and a strong defensive effort. Louisiana had chances, but Delaware's discipline and ball security proved decisive. That was a great game, man.
Absolutely. And really good job to Delaware. I don't want to brag, but I kind of figured Delaware was going to pull off this sort of win. And Delaware, I didn't even know they were a first-year FBS team. So Delaware, what a win for them, and just what a fantastic win for them. And a great game overall. Louisiana had some chances in the fourth, but unfortunately Delaware's defense answered the bell. So Delaware, the Blue Hens, this is definitely a remarkable feat for them. And it just goes to show that not all bowl games are washes. This one was a memorable bowl game for Delaware because it means a lot, because they went from FCS to FBS and they cap off their first year with a bowl game win.
Congratulations to those guys, man. The Xbox Bowl, where I'm kind of mad they only played in the practice facility for the Cowboys. They deserved better. But anyway, Arkansas State survived a wild fourth quarter to outlast Missouri State in a shootout in the Xbox Bowl. Jalen Rayner threw for 3 touchdown passes, and the Red Wolves built a big lead before holding off a furious comeback attempt by Jacob Clark, who tossed 4 touchdowns for Missouri State. Arkansas State's early explosiveness proved just enough. Congratulations to the Red Foxes, I think. Or the Red Wolves. I'm sorry, the Red Wolves.
Yeah, a great game by both teams. Something for Missouri State. If they did not get shut out in the second and third quarter, heaven forbid that they might have actually had a better chance of winning. I just think that they waited too long to actually get it going. I mean, they were down 31-7 entering the fourth, and they did rattle off 21 points in that fourth quarter, but it just goes to show that you just cannot be behind the 8 ball in a game like that. But it still was a great first season for Missouri State. They were bowl game eligible in their first year of being an FBS team. So Missouri State shouldn't be sad about this loss too much. I think this is the best is yet to come for this Missouri State team.
Oh, absolutely, dude. That was a great game. So we got the Ventures Bowl. Oh, the Cure Bowl. We didn't talk about the Cure Bowl. Did we?
I was going to say you missed Old Dominion, South Florida.
I missed the Cure Bowl. Look at that one. The Old Dominion controlled the game on the ground to force 5 turnovers, pulled away from South Florida and Orlando. Quarterback Quinn Hennikel powered the Monarchs with 2 rushing touchdowns over 100 yards on the ground, while ODU's defense repeatedly short-circuited UCF's drive. So it was complete performance that capped off a 10-win season for the Monarchs.
Well, I think Old Dominion has their new quarterback, Quinn Hennikel. I think, look, it sucks that Colton Joseph went into the transfer portal for Old Dominion, but Quinn Hennikel might be the next best thing for them. So I think for Old Dominion, we got a preview of what we could expect for Old Dominion this year. I'm a little surprised South Florida wound up losing. Maybe it's because most of their guys either hit the transfer portal or they're declaring for the NFL draft. But you got to remember that South Florida actually had home field advantage, technically. So the fact that South Florida kind of laid an egg in that second half where they got shut out, it's a little surprising. But props to Old Dominion. 10 wins, that's not easy for a team like that, especially when you're in the Sun Belt Conference. And they definitely could have made the championship game in the Sun Belt Conference. It's just that, unfortunately, the Sun Belt has this whole Sun Belt East, Sun Belt West thing where you just got to get rid of it and just have your top 2 teams advance.
Yeah, kind of crazy. So with about 25,
what the SEC and the Big Ten are doing.
So with about 25 minutes to go, we got to blast through these and get our NFL picks. But let's do it, man. Myrtle Beach Bowl, we have Western Michigan left no doubt overwhelming Kennesaw State with explosive offense and opportunistic defense. Jalen Buckley ripped off 174 yards, while the Broncos added both a pick 6 fumble and a fumble return. It was total control from the start to finish. Western Michigan just dominated Kennesaw State, man.
Oh, man. Look, Kennesaw State had a great year, and it was a great turnaround for them, but how do you give up 27 points in one quarter? You're not the Jacksonville Jaguars. You're not going to come back from 27-0 down. I'm a little perplexed by this. So it's unfortunate that Kennesaw State lost, but, man, Western Michigan, the Maction is not to be messed around with.
No, that's for dang sure. Maction action. In the Union Home Mortgage Gasparilla Bowl, NC State jumped out to an early lead and never let Memphis back in, man. And this is why I wanted to pick Memphis in the really cool uniforms, but I knew NC State was better, dude. So cruising to a convincing Gasparilla Bowl victory, CJ Bailey accounted for multiple touchdowns. The Wolfpack defense forced mistakes, and Memphis struggled to generate sustained offense. A strong finish with an 8-win season for NC State.
Yeah, and I actually got to tip my hat to you, Larry. When I saw that score, I'm like, I guess it was good that Larry didn't pick Memphis. So I guess it also shows that NC State, even though they are from the SEC, I think they're just more battle-tested just because I think Memphis's conferences, while it is pretty decent, and while Memphis did have its flashes of being ranked at times, I just think NC State being more battle-tested from Power 4 conference just helped pave the way. So, yeah.
I'm totally with you on that, man. And then, of course, the first good old FBS college football playoff championship, or first round game, if you will. Alabama erased a 17-point deficit and flipped the game with momentum-shifting defense, including a pivotal pick 6 before halftime. Ty Simpson threw for 2 touchdowns. The Tide defense stiffened late, and Alabama outlasted Oklahoma in a hostile environment to advance in the college football playoff. How about that game, man?
Well, it's good to see Alabama getting their lick back against Oklahoma. And that 17-point deficit that they erased was actually tied for the biggest deficit comeback from college football playoff history. So great job to Alabama. And for Oklahoma, man, I don't know what happened. It felt like they were just dominating throughout most of the first half of the game. And then Alabama just responded with that 4th down play, which got a touchdown. And then the pick 6 from Xavier Brown also swung the momentum. And then Alabama just stayed hot in the third quarter. I just think that Alabama just had a better game plan. And congrats to Kalen DeBoer. I mean, we all criticized him saying that he was an average coach. I think, and everyone maybe kind of said that his run with Washington was just a fluke. I don't think that's anywhere true. I think Kalen DeBoer is a great coach, and the fact that he has Alabama still up to its standards, because now they've won 10, I think, college football playoff games in its history. It's quite astounding. So let's see how Alabama does against Indiana in the Rose Bowl.
That's going to be fun, man. I know we have some great games coming on up here. And, well, we have some picks to make here. So we're going to breeze through these. And, of course, some NFL picks in just under 20 minutes to go. So let's do it, man. Let's talk a little bit about these upcoming games for this week. The famous Idaho Potato Bowl, Washington State 6-6, Utah 6-6. This is a true coin flip between two teams that finished 500 this season. On that high note, Utah State, Braden Barnes, the quarterback, is the engine, impacting the game both through the air and on the ground. Washington State will try to come up with a balance to win this one, but Albertson Stadium turf, the Smurf turf, and cold conditions, ball security and quarterback making decisions will be huge in this one. Who you got?
I was gonna say, couldn't we just make our bowl game picks tomorrow?
Oh, we can. You know what? We totally can.
Then we could just make our picks for college football playoff and then NFL, and then cue that music.
You're right. You're totally right. We could. I know. I get so excited for these picks. That's why they're so fun. They're so much fun. Teran, you and I have a lot of fun with these picks at the end of the year. Teran and I have so much fun getting these things in, and you're right. I think as I prepare for both shows basically on the same exact day, so I get really excited. But thanks, Teran. So Teran, of course, corrected us there. So thank you very much for that, good sir. But yeah, we got some good ones coming on up, man.
I do what I can.
Okay, they're good, man. And of course, for today, well, I guess we should preview today then. Obviously, we got some games being played today coming up in just actually right now. Number 10, Miami, the U, taking on number 7, Texas A&M. A solid game. Number 11, Tulane, taking on number 6, Ole Miss. Another solid game. And then poor James Madison. They got in, but at what cost? Oreo. Taking on number 5, Oregon. These are all games coming up today in our college football playoff first round games. All right, Teran, Miami, Texas A&M, who you got?
Give me Texas A&M. I definitely think that A&M is the better team, and I think they're going to prove that against Miami.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. I think A&M's a little bit better. Okay, next up, who do we have? Tulane, Ole Miss.
Look, I'll take Ole Miss. I think even though this could be a revenge game for Tulane, they already lost to Ole Miss earlier in the year. Ole Miss is just more battle-tested, even without Lane Kiffin.
I'm with you. Okay, that's another goodie right there. So, yeah, I'm with you on that. I think we're 2 for 2 together there. James Madison, Oregon. This is jacked up, man. I wish this was better. This is mean.
As much as we would all like to point and laugh at Oregon and them losing to James Madison, I got to go with Oregon. I think James Madison can battle with Oregon, but I think in the end, Oregon's just going to pull away.
Yeah, there's no way. If James Madison wins this game, they'll win the championship. I don't know. That's all there is to it.
Oregon might be cursed.
Yeah, something's bad's going on there. Okay, and then obviously, that's the last one. Duh. Okay, well, there you have it. Some good ones, some not so good ones, but that's that. And then, of course, we do have some. Do we have any bowls? Oh, no, obviously that's it. So okay,
no bowl games today, just the college football playoff.
Just the college football playoff. So again, Teran, those are some fun ones. Overall, I don't know. Which one is your favorite? Take a few moments here. Which one is your favorite of the day?
Miami, Texas A&M.
Yeah, I think so. That's my favorite too. I really like Tulane, Ole Miss, but I kind of feel like Ole Miss. This one's kind of like a James Madison, Oregon. Tulane's good, but I think Ole Miss is going to just smash them quick.
Yeah, I mean, this could be a revenge game, but Ole Miss is out to prove that they don't need Lane Kiffin in order to win. So I think that has some storylines in it. And you also got to remember that Ole Miss was just one fourth quarter, second half collapse away from actually being undefeated and playing in the SEC championship game, because they could have been the ones facing Alabama in the SEC championship game and not Georgia. So
they could have.
It's a matter of what could have happened with Ole Miss, but Ole Miss has still stayed the course. and they've still risen above the whole Lane Kiffin thing.
Yeah, true. Very, very, very true. So good stuff there, man. Looking forward to that. Let's get on now to the NFL and get our picks. We've got 15 minutes to do this. I know we can. We always get it done. So, okay. Well, we got some football today, man. Eagles at Commanders. I don't know. I mean, the Eagles roll into DC needing a win. The Commanders look to play spoiler at home. Hurts, Barkley, and a playoff push versus a hungry division rival. I just tried to make it sound interesting, Teran, but what do you got?
As much as we would all like to see the Eagles lose to the Commanders, Eagles are winning this one. Commanders have shut down Jaden Daniels for the year. Eagles are just one win or Cowboys lost away from clinching the NFC East crown. And that'd be a first for a team to repeat as NFC East champions since way back when. I think it's been 20 plus years since we've seen an NFC East repeat champion. So give me the Eagles.
That is a great game. I like that one. I got Eagles all day long. I just don't see this going any other way. Saturday Night Football. We haven't had this in a while in the NFL. Obviously, every December we get a few of these. So Packers versus Bears with playoff implications at Soldier Field. Jordan Love versus a 10-win Chicago squad in a game that feels like January football. I think this is actually a fun one, man. It's a pretty fun game. I think it has playoff intensity written all over it. It's the oldest rivalry in the NFL. I don't know though. I have a very distinct winner in this one for a particular reason. Who you got?
Even though the Packers did lose Micah Parsons to a season-ending injury, I'm going to take the Packers because they in years past have owned the Bears, and I don't think this time around it's going to change.
Yeah, I am totally with you, and I hate to say it, I hate to sound so mean, but again, the Bears have been so bad for so long. It's like the Raiders prove it. You know what I mean? If a bad team is becoming good, it's the gauntlet. Prove it. You know what I mean? I won't start to even see them in different light until they start winning like major playoff games. Like the last year, I was taking the Commanders as a joke for a while, and then I was like, oh, they're for real. And this year they went back to being a joke. But I mean, at least it was a great run. This year, the Bears, let's see. Can they be for real? Are they a for real team? We'll see. So, all right, Dan, well, there you have it, man. Some good games there for this Saturday. Moving on to this week. Obviously, this is with week 16. We talked all about Seattle over the Rams and crazy overtime game last 2 days ago. And well, here we are now. Got some NFL Saturday, like I said, coming on up, and then some other ones. Some good ones here on Sunday. I'm excited for this. So here we go. Bills head to Cleveland, looking to keep pace in the AFC playoff race. Browns try to defend their home turf against one of the league's biggest, most explosive teams, but they're 3-11. Who you got?
This one's a no-brainer. The Bills.
Right? Like, if there was ever an easier pick. I mean, you feel bad for the dog pound, kind of. But, I don't know. Play Shador. He's starting,
they
right?
They have been playing Shador.
Yeah, they have been, but let him have some fun out there. It's kind of like that this year, So, all right, this next one, man. Ooh, this is gonna be fun. Chargers at Cowboys. Playoff urgency meets star power in Arlington as the Chargers take on the Cowboys. Expect points and late drama maybe in this one. Who you got?
Cowboys are playing with nothing left to lose. I mean, let's say for some weird reason the Eagles do beat the Commanders, then Cowboys would be eliminated. I'm obviously going with the Chargers. I would not be surprised if the Cowboys did play spoiler because they have the talent. The problem is that the Chargers are actually playing some darn good football, and the Chargers really need to win this one. They really got to win this one to get closer and closer to the playoffs. So give me the Bolts. Bolt up.
I'm with you. Yeah, give me the Chargers. I've been taking the Chargers the last couple of weeks, and they've been dominating. So they're doing well. Congratulations to this year, Teran. They've been playing well. Let's see if the Chargers
even with a bad O-line.
Yeah, they're not even that solid, and they're freaking winning games, man. So yeah, no, congrats, man. That's what I'm saying. Like, live it, feel good. I mean, hopefully. Unfortunately, NFL not for long. But let's see if the Chargers can do this and become a stronger team throughout these years. So, okay, so there we go. Chiefs at Titans. Chiefs head to Nashville needing a win as the Titans look to play spoiler. A gritty AFC matchup awaits. I tried to make that one sound fun, but it's really not.
Yeah, Chiefs are out of playoff contention. Mahomes is out for the year. That being said, I'm still picking the Chiefs. The Titans have yet to win a home game, and it's been a minute since they've last won a home game. I think the last time they won a home game was 2 seasons ago when I think Ryan Tannehill was still their quarterback. So
oh my god!
Even though Chiefs are starting Gardner Minshew at quarterback, I am still going to pick the CHIEFS Chiefs.
Yep, I'm with you 100% in that game. Okay, next up, we have Bengals at Dolphins. So sunshine, speed, and playoff implications in Miami as the Dolphins host the Bengals, a must-win field in South Florida. What do you think?
I'm going to take the Bengals.
Yeah.
First and foremost, the Dolphins are out of the playoffs. And second and foremost, they're actually benching Tua. Tua's now the emergency quarterback. And they're starting Quinn Ewers, rookie quarterback from Texas. So he's going to look to try to be the first Texas quarterback to get his first NFL win in his first start. That said, I'm picking the Bengals. Fun fact, this was a Sunday night football game, but it got flexed out because both these teams are toilet water.
100%. Teran, you couldn't have said it better. Best of luck to yours because, well, the Dolphins need luck. So, Jets at the Saints. Jets head in the Superdome to face the Saints in a matchup looking for momentum late in the season. That's the best I can come up with for this one.
Believe it or not, the Saints have actually been playing some good defense. And it pains me to say this guy's name, but Brandon Staley, the defensive coordinator for the Saints, have actually got the Saints riding high defensively. So Jets are a mess. I'll take the Saints.
Yeah, I'm with you. Jets are a mess. I'll take the Saints too. We're for NFL picks. We're like tit for tat, man. So I'll take it. Vikings look to stay in the playoff mix as they visit MetLife, but they're not in the playoff mix. They're out now.
Exactly.
But I wrote this a couple days ago. But every win matters now. The Vikings are this is another meaningless game. Who you got?
Vikings. I trust the Vikings offense, especially since 9 AK JJ McCarthy is playing decent. I mean, I just think the Giants are a mess defensively, even though they've got some really good key pieces. And the Giants even though their MO is winning at home, I just think the Vikings have owned the Giants in their most recent meetings. The last time the Giants beat the Vikings was the 2023 playoffs when the Giants had Brian Dable as his first-year head coach. So give me the Vikings.
Give me the Vikings too. So, okay, what do we got? Where are we at now? We are about 7 minutes to go. So let's start flying. We have Buccaneers at Panthers. NFC South in Charlotte. NFC South showdown in Charlotte as the Buccaneers take on the Panthers with postseason hopes hanging in the balance. This is fun.
This one's a crucial one. I think this one can go either way. This is kind of the battle of who wants the NFC South or who doesn't want the NFC South. But I'm going to take the Bucs. I think the Bucs are more consistent, even though they had that debacle against the Falcons. I just don't trust the Panthers with Bryce Young, but watch the Panthers just somehow surprise everybody. But give me Baker Mayfield and the Bucs.
If they somehow pull this off. Right? Yeah, I give it the Bucs too. I'm hoping. Let's see what happens. But yeah, this is a crazy game, man. The Panthers, good for them for getting this far. Big time AFC clash in Denver as the Jaguars meet the Broncos. Now, this is a good game, and who'd think I'd ever be talking about the Broncos playing meaningful football in December? Well, they are. And the Broncos, this is a sneaky good game because both these teams, I would have never thought they would have this many wins in December, but congratulations, they both do. This is why we play the games, right? Playoff energy, altitude, and star power collide in Denver. Who you got?
The Broncos have yet to lose at home this year. I'm not going to make the same mistake twice. I'm taking the Broncos.
Yeah, I like the Broncos a lot, but I hate them at the same time. So go Jaguars.
I wouldn't mind the Broncos losing.
Yeah, I think so. I think it's going to fall into the Chargers' hands, man. I don't know why. I mean, let's see. Broncos are solid. They're a solid football team, but I don't know. There's something special right now these Jaguars. I mean, I don't know. There's something here. I'm excited for it. So let's see what happens. Looking forward to a good game. I really hope this delivers. I really do. Okay. Okay. Now we really got to fly. Falcons travel west to take on the Cardinals in a matchup that could turn into a shootout. They got the Cardinals. We got the Falcons. It's meaningless, but hey, it's a game.
I'm taking the Falcons. This is going to be the ugly bird bowl.
Yeah, basically. And then, of course, Sunday Night Football, we'll get our picks for tomorrow, but we'll get a quick little preview and maybe some quick picks with these ones. Sunday Night Football delivers. Oh, actually, I'm sorry. I have to talk about one more game.
Still got 2 more games before that.
I hate this game. I don't want to talk about this game, Teran. I don't. Houston looks to stay hot at home. Well, as they host the Raiders with playoff possession on the line. Can Vegas keep it close, or will Houston roll?
Larry, I'm sorry to do this. I got to pick the Texans. They're going to roll.
There's no way they will not roll in this game. And if they don't, then maybe they don't belong in the playoffs. Obviously, I'm taking my stupid Raiders. But, yeah, no. So, okay. All right. And then, of course, before we get to Sunday night, let's see. What other game was there?
Steelers-Lions.
That's right. Steelers-Lions. This game is a weird one. Steelers versus Lions in Detroit with playoff implications written all over it. Fast, physical, high stakes. This is actually going to be a really good game. Who you got?
Lions don't lose 2 games in a row. Give me the Lions.
I like that one. Lions don't lose 2 games in a row. I like that one. I'm going Lions as well. And then the quickies for the prime times, man. Sunday Night Football delivers the Patriots. Delivers as the Patriots head to Baltimore to face the Ravens. A true AFC spotlight game. Who you got?
This was flexed into prime time. Give me the Patriots. They're undefeated on the road, and they need to get back on track after losing a 21-point lead to the Bills. So give me the Pats.
I am with you on that one. Sorry for the music little glitch there, guys. But, yeah, no, totally with you, man. Give me the Pats on that one. And then, of course, Monday Night Football in Indy, as the 49ers take on the Colts in a matchup loaded with playoff implications. This is actually a good one for some crazy reason. The Colts are, I don't know, are they even still in it?
Yeah, they
are, huh?
But by a thread. They don't win this one, then heaven forbid that might be it for them.
Yeah, I'm almost positive. Who you got?
Look, I want to see Phillip Rivers win, but give me the Niners. I can't believe I'm saying that.
Grandpa Rivers. I know. I think the Colts I don't know. They kind of feel bad for them. I really do. Let's go Niners. I can't believe I'm saying that either, but I think they're going to win this thing. So, yeah, good game. Looking forward to that matchup. And then, of course, we'll talk on obviously tomorrow, giving our picks for the bowl games this week, recapping, of course, what happens today, and then, of course, really giving you the previews of Sunday night and Monday Night Football, and even Thursday night football. Week 17. My gosh, I can't believe we're in week 16. Thursday Night Football, we got actually our Christmas show, Teran. So what we might even do is not do tomorrow like we did last time with Thanksgiving, and then give a nice big chunky Tuesday show.
All right, that works.
That might even be totally forgetting about the breaks and everything here. So anyway, that might be the plan. But regardless, this is going to be fun. We got so much coming on up here. Who will be the Max Preps national champion? We'll find out. Our vote, Bishop Gorman. We're still hoping. NJCAA champions, 3C2A champions. Congratulations to San Mateo and Iowa Western. And of course, got our NAIA and D2 national championships today. D3 semifinals, FCS semifinals, lots of great bowl games on the line in the FBS. And of course, we got to talk all about the fun stuff, the playoff, the college football playoff picture here. So good stuff there. Lots of NFL picks, lots of great stuff on the line. It's December football, baby. That's how we do it. So any last thoughts, Teran?
No, happy holidays since we're not going to be well, actually, no, we will be. We will. Holidays.
We will. So, all right, guys. Well, with that said, for Teran,
happy football watching.
Yes. For me, your boy Larry B. We will see y'all coming up on Tuesday. Until then, take care. And as always, God bless.
Peace.